The Better Lives Partnership became a registered SCIO in June 2016 to develop a range of opportunities for children and young people with autism and related disabilities and those who support them. With the funding that we received from the South of Scotland enterprise, we have secured 10 jobs over both our sites in Castle Douglas and Stranraer. We've provided opportunities for 57 young people across the region to develop work-related employability skills and personal development through our Bridge to Employment project. We're now developing the commercial enterprise element to offer other opportunities to young people and to give an element of sustainability to Better Lives Partnership.
Murray Farm Care is a veterinary pharmacy located in Dumfries, which is involved in the supply of medicines, mainly to livestock farmers, but also to pet owners and horse owners. In recent times, we've found that we've grown out of the premises that we have currently occupied and are now relocating to a larger and more suitable premises and a better site. With SOSE has allowed us to do this faster and more efficiently than we would otherwise have been able to do.
The Crichton Trust is the organisation that is behind the Crichton Estate. We're a 56-acre estate, former psychiatric hospital. We've got 27 buildings and we're home to around about 80 businesses and with the presence of 4 universities. Crichton Central is an idea that we developed roughly about 2 years ago. We see this project as a community centre, a location of collaboration, co-initiation, co-working. It's great that we now have SOSE operating in the region, having a team of people who know the south of Scotland, know what the opportunities are as we move forward, and it's been a real pleasure actually working with the SOSE team as they've come on board. All of this has been virtual, of course, in the last few months, and we're really looking forward to the future of having an economic and social development agency that is here, that belongs to the south of Scotland and that is shouting for the south of Scotland.
I bought Nith Valley Embroidery 2 years ago from the previous owner who had run it for over 20 years. We've been now running for 2 years and we've went from strength to strength. We do embroidery goods for schools, companies, we do lots of personalised goods, baby wear, etc. We knew that we wouldn't be able to keep up with demand with the machines we had. So that's when we decided to invest on this 8-head Happy machine. I applied to SOSE and I had loads of phone calls and they were really helpful and they guided me through it a lot. We showed them exactly what we needed the machine for, what our estimated turnover was going to be, and we were delighted when they accepted our proposal and gave us the grant money. We're a wee business and we're now into 3 staff instead of just myself, and we had our doubts during lockdown which way it was going to go, but for us so far it's went really well.
The Galloway and Southern Ayrshire UNESCO Biosphere is international recognition of the fantastic wildlife, landscapes, cultural heritage that we have in southwest Scotland. So we go out, we work with different groups, different organisations, and we look at how we can connect them to nature and how we can use that to actually benefit the local economy and the lives of the people who live and work in southwest Scotland. What SOSE have really done is they've come along, they've given us the security of a funding commitment for 5 years, which means that we can grow our team from 1.5 people who've been covering 5,268 square kilometres of southwest Scotland to a core team of 6 permanent full-time staff with an aspiration to grow that team to between 10 and 12 full-time equivalents over the next few years.
We are a single cask, single malt Scotch whisky distillery, established in 1836, more recently reborn in 2014. COVID came and obviously disrupted the balance, made us rethink our business model and how we were going to push forward. The SOSE were fantastic. The help, general advice, awareness of how things were moving forward through this mad time of the pandemic, introductions to key individuals, and obviously the pivotal grant that they put together was very beneficial for a lot of businesses in the region. It's great to know you have someone like SOSE around to help you go on that journey, and we look forward to working with them in the future.
Despite the terrible year it's been for most people, it's been a wonderful year for Langham Initiative. We have managed to buy our moor. That was with the help of the Scottish Land Fund and SOSE, both of whom contributed £1 million each to our buyout bid.
The Langham Moor Community Buyout is a project to help kickstart community regeneration. It's a project to help a community play its role in tackling climate change. It's a project to help conserve the incredible wildlife on our doorstep. We're really thrilled to be going into a partnership with SOSE going forward, and we feel that they can be an organisation that has the power to help change the fortunes of rural communities in the south of Scotland.
Hi, I'm Peter Murphy, the Managing Director at Turnbull & Scott. We are an engineering business specialising in designing and manufacturing heat transfer solutions. We've been doing that in the Borders for nearly 90 years now. First lockdown was really difficult for us. We saw our business drop by about 90% in the first week, and we were living through a period of uncertainty like everybody else. As the dust started to settle on that and we saw what business we were going to have and what we needed, we were fortunate enough that SOSE awarded us a Pivotal Enterprise Grant, and that really gave us the certainty and the confidence to continue with some of the investments that we had planned. The value they were able to bring to the economic community in the Borders, I think, has been wonderful. So great to see the organisation in place and taking shape. Great to see how quickly they got into action on the COVID issue, and looking forward to seeing what they can do over the next 5, 10, 20 years for our area.
People's Energy are a gas and electricity supplier based in Scotland, supplying homes throughout the UK. We are a community interest company, a social enterprise set up to help to alleviate fuel poverty. SOSE have been very helpful in helping us set up Riverside in the Borders in Selkirk and helping us source some of our initial team. So they've really been extraordinarily helpful, and I'm sure they'll continue to do so. I think it'll be a really good partnership.
The SSDA has been set up to drive tourism to the south of Scotland through the brand Scotland Starts Here. Our ambition is to become a year-round first-class tourism destination. The impact of COVID has been devastating to tourism in the south of Scotland, and we're looking at it as an opportunity over the next 6 months to stand together, look at how we can upskill, how we can retrain, and how we can make sure that we're ready for when we're able to relaunch in 2021. It's fantastic to have an enterprise agency in the south of Scotland. It's going to help our communities, it's going to help our businesses, it's going to help drive tourism, and we'll be very much working in partnership with them at SSDA.
GB Technologies, we've been in business now for over 30 years. Originally started being a telephony provider, but we've moved into the full breadth of technologies, IT, cabling infrastructure, lines, calls, internet, etc. Yeah, taking over Tweed Horizons the tail end of last year, and then moving in and putting our business into this building at the beginning of this year was all part of a grand plan and where we wanted to turn this building and our business into. With COVID striking, straight away we had the challenges of 4 tenants moving out or unfortunately no longer being with us anymore. Put us in the back foot. But with SOSE's help and the opportunities to discuss and look to rebrand, look to redesign what we're going to do here and to start creating the digital hub that we're going towards now, has given us huge opportunity. 75% of the space that was left at the beginning of COVID has now been filled, so you know there's some great opportunities there, and to be fair, without SOSE's help we would have been in a really dark place.
With the onset of COVID we had to adapt our business quickly. We ended up losing a large amount of our business, which was in around travel hygiene, but equally we had absolutely unprecedented demand from the healthcare and social care sector for disinfectant products. The support that we received from South of Scotland Enterprise allowed us to invest in new equipment and take on 10 new apprentice staff who had all been made redundant from other businesses, and bring them on quickly into our business and train them up to enable them to deliver the products required by the NHS. One of the best things that we've had with our interactions with South Scotland Enterprise has been the flexibility and the willingness to listen to the needs of businesses. The Pivotal Enterprise Resilience Fund was delivered in an incredibly short period of time. The communication from South of Scotland Enterprise staff was fantastic. They were able to very quickly understand our ambitions, what we needed to do, and what, more importantly, we wanted to do in the future in the post-COVID world, and that was very important to us.
The point of the Pivotal Enterprise Resilience Fund was to give companies that had really strong local supply networks funding to keep going through the summer and to employ local companies to do work around their businesses. And that's what we did here at the racecourse. We employed lots of local tradesmen on painting and carpentry and electricians' work, which fed through as a multiplier effect into their businesses and many other local businesses here in the Scottish borders.
Eyemouth Harbour Trust is one of Scotland's many trust ports set up by statutory instrument in the 1700s. Its purpose is to maintain, preserve and develop this historic harbour for the benefit of stakeholders. Since 2010, Eyemouth Harbour Trust have been looking at opportunities from the emerging offshore wind sector in Scotland. And there's some projects in the Firth of Forth, close to Eyemouth, and there's one called Nertnaguia offshore wind farm. And it's chosen Eyemouth to be its operations and maintenance base. This is going to bring inward investment, it's going to bring long-term jobs to the area, skills development. It really is a great economic story for Eyemouth and a great opportunity. So SOSE have assisted the Harbour Trust with some grant funding that's allowed us to employ a project manager in order to deliver the enabling works that we are required to do, such as relocating or putting in a new fuel facility for the fishing vessels and other harbour users, as well as relocating a dive shore road access, which is important to marine tourism in the area. SOSE have also assisted through Pivotal Enterprise Resilience Fund, some financial support during the COVID pandemic to assist with cash flow and really just help the harbour survive through that very difficult spell. The team at SOSE have been fantastic. They really understand the rural community, the harbour. I think the knowledge that they have is really, really beneficial to organisations, community organisations like Eyemouth Harbour Trust and other small rural businesses. So there's no denying it's very difficult times and there's lots of challenges ahead, but I think with SOSE there's also lots of opportunities.